So in January 2014, I got an Invicta 8935, and it's probably been the best and most accurate watch I've ever had. I did do some videos that month for it, and to begin with, you'll notice that it is modeled after the Rolex Submariner. It's basically a copy of it. But the thing you'll notice is, like a Breitling, it's got the wings instead of the Rolex crown above the name. So some people think it's a Breitling, if I'm saying that properly. Anyway, and I showed the wear on it. There was slight wear on the band, and that was 3.5 years ago. And there's some. You can see, I'll zoom in on this. Just from rubbing on a table, you can see there. But the bracelet links are still very tight. They did not stretch. They're nice and thick. It's a 40mm watch. The other side, actually the other side of the band is absolutely perfect. Look at that. Pretty close to perfect, right? So it's a 40mm Japanese quartz, and I've never had to set the time. Occasionally when you set the date, you'll pull the crown out a little too far, and then you have to maybe reset the minutes. But it's just so accurate. You can get these in Swiss or Japanese quartz. Either would be fine, I'm sure, but I can definitely recommend the Japanese quartz. So after 2.5 years, so in April of 2016, I put a new battery in it, even though it didn't need it. And so I know it'll last at least another 1.5 or 2.5 years minimum. But it's still, you know, I've shot 9mm 12 gauge slugs wearing this. And some of the complaints and reviews I read when I was considering this watch is some people said, oh, the second hand fell off or something like that, or it couldn't take too much abuse. But I generally don't abuse my watches, but those days I forgot I was actually wearing it. And I usually, let's see, I usually wear, where is it? I have a 15 or 20-year-old Timex Atlantis that I'll wear for things that are rough. If I'm hammering nails or swimming or something like that. This thing, it's got like a 10-year lithium battery. I've only had to change it once, I think. It's lasted longer than 10 years, I believe. But anyway, my daily driver is normally a 2006 Seiko 5 automatic mechanical watch. 23 joules. It's very accurate. In the summer it runs a little fast, but I have adjusted it myself. That's why you'll see some scratches on the back here, right there on the top. And you can see the weight, the oscillator weight to wind it. Very good quality watch. It's my understanding that Seiko makes all their movements in-house, even the springs. That's a very good watch. But my point is that I can recommend the Invicta, and you can get these. I got this one for $74 off Amazon.ca in December 2013, and it's held up well. I think the last time I checked, about a few weeks ago on Amazon.ca, maybe they were about $77. The price can fluctuate. It can go anywhere from about $70 to $115 that I've seen. And again, this is the Quartz. And it's near midnight, you can see, so the date is changing. But just a beautiful watch, and I can recommend it from my experience. I love the royal blue face and bezel. Very clicky. Listen to this. You know, nice for timing a parking meter or something. So you put this diamond, which is 12 o'clock here, you put that on the minute hand like that. See? And then you'll know if 5, 10, 15, whatever, 30 minutes goes by. If your parking meter's for 40 minutes, well, then when your minute hand hits here, it just makes it easy. Unless you have an iPhone, you can just say, hey Siri, alert me in 40 minutes. But it's kind of nice to have a watch still. Anyway, that's just a little mini review. And yes, it will scratch. I have extra links I could replace these 3 with, but what's the point? It's probably just going to scratch. So thanks for watching.